Breaking news this morning, Pulaski County deputies, they continue to look for two escaped inmates. Jason Brown and Geronimo Esperqueta got out this morning at 2:15. Now, it's believed that they crawled through a bathroom ceiling to get through to the roof. The sheriff's office says both of these men have ties to White County, although it's not known if that's where they may be heading. The Arkansas Department of Corrections has tracking dogs helping with this search. Again, Jason Brown and Geronimo Esperqueta, they escaped this morning. If you know where they are, if you've seen them, call police. The Arkansas River still wreaking havoc around much of the state, forcing people out of their homes. One of the hardest hit areas this morning is Toadsuck in Perry County, and that's where we find Hayden Nix this morning. Hayden, we had Kristen out there yesterday taking a look where we saw that the bridge was closed. What does it look like this morning?
Hey, Isabella and Pat back in the studio, and for those folks at home, we are at the Toadsuck Lock-in Dam, and I will say that we've been given special permission to go back behind the barrier to kind of give you a better perspective of what's happening here on the Arkansas River. Now, we're not putting ourselves in harm's way. The reason why that road closed sign is on the other side of the bridge is because of what's happening behind me. You've got the Arkansas River submerging a good bit of Arkansas Highway 60 back behind me right here at the Toadsuck One Stop, where yesterday we actually went above the highest recorded water level at the Toadsuck Lock-in Dam of 282.9, which was established in 1990, if you recall that flood. Current water level is at 283.4, so we're going into territory that has never been observed before. This is an historic event, with it still forecast to rise another 1.5 feet to 285.5. So just remember, there's still a lot more that's still coming down from upstream and rising another possible 2 feet here, and that's expected to crest on June 2nd. But you see a lot of people have tried their best to make sure that homes and businesses are barricaded as we continue to deal with this system. As I send this back to you guys, I want to kind of give you some statistics here. There is a lot of water moving through this lock-in dam right now. Actually, 3.3 million gallons per second. That's a lot, and that's about 198 million gallons a minute. That's 11.8 billion gallons an hour. Back to you guys.
Hayden, that's a lot of water.
No kidding. Thanks, Hayden. Happening today here in Little Rock, Mayor Frank Scott Jr. will have a press conference to discuss the flooding along the Arkansas River. The Public Works Director, Fire Chief, Police Chief, they will also be there. That meeting is at 2 o'clock this afternoon. We'll have more online at fox16.com, and then tonight at 5:30 and 9.
Also in Little Rock, portions of Riverfront Drive in Little Rock will close starting tomorrow morning. During this time, crews will reinforce the levee system. The intersection of Riverfront Drive and Cottondale Drive will shut down Friday morning starting at 9. This reinforcement is meant to protect homes and property inside the Riverdale Levee District. Drivers will be able to get to the Riverfront area along Cedar Hill Drive and Riverdale Road. Now, this is video from last night near Riverfront Drive. That's from flash flooding from yesterday's storms on top of water rising from the river. Right now, we're not sure how long it will take crews to finish the reinforcement.
Today, Governor Hutchinson, along with members of the congressional delegation, will go on a flyover tour to survey the damage in western and central Arkansas. Yesterday, he signed an emergency proclamation raising the state to response funds to $350,000. That's $250,000 more than his original proclamation. He said after receiving support from President Trump, he's formally asking for federal assistance.
The levee system that was built by the Army Corps of Engineers was not built for the level of flooding that we expect under the modeling that we've seen.
Some levees are already overflowing, which is why the governor echoed what law enforcement has been preaching for quite some time now, which is do not move or pass any of those barriers. In Yell County, road crews in Dardanelle, they're searching for any weakness in their levee system. A small hole believed to be made by a beaver or alligator caused a leak off Highway 155. Crews work to find the hole and fill it. It's a process they're performing throughout the levee system to make sure any breach is repaired before more water damage can be created.
In Conway County, the river continues to threaten part of Highway 9. There's also concern this morning about a damaged drainage pipe that runs under a levee in Opelo. This means the county is pumping water over the levee to try to relieve some of the pressure on the damaged pipe.
We understand the concern and just know that we have those same concerns. The water flowing through the levee here, like we said, does make it more vulnerable, but at any time, the amount of water that have inundated our levees here in Conway County, we could have a failure just as easy somewhere else downriver from here.
Officials tell us that no one knows the condition of the pipe under the levee. If it's in bad shape, they say it's more vulnerable to break. And with this record-breaking flooding, it can be hard to navigate roadways. The Department of Transportation is making it easier to find alternate routes with an app. It's called iDrive Arkansas, and it's free to download. Right now, there's a call center set up at RDOT, so you can call or text about any closed roads. Then RDOT compiles all the data and puts it on a map so it's easy for you to see. Officials say they will continue to provide this information until the flooding is over.
Icons represent the segments that are closed due to flooding, and you can just see where they're popping up along the river valley as the water makes its way down towards central Arkansas. So we anticipate seeing many, many more of these blue icons as the days ahead progress.
So again, you can download the iDrive app. It's free, and you can see the map anytime you want. RDOT wants to remind you, do not go around the barricades. They are there to protect you, and in some cases, police are there, and they will ticket you too.